Let's welcome to the show Congressman Ronny Jackson from House Foreign Affairs and Real Clear Politics White House reporter Phil Wegmann. He was at that contentious White House briefing yesterday. Congressman, the White House saying they're proud of Biden's exit and no one will get fired, Congressman?
Well, that's part of the problem, Liz. No one's been held accountable for this, and that's just standard for the Biden administration. There's no accountability for anything. This was an absolute disaster. They went completely against the advice that they were getting from their DOD. We found that out now. We've been having hearings about this on both the Armed Services Committee and Foreign Affairs, and we found out that the generals, General McKenzie in particular, the CENTCOM commander, had recommended that they leave a minimum of 2,500 troops there, a minimum of 2,500, to accomplish the evacuation and get everybody out safely. They decided not to do that. They reduced the number to less than 600. Wasn't enough to secure anything. In the interim, they shut down Bagram, which was our key operating area where we could have made sure that everything was done safely. It was a complete disaster. They got 13 Americans killed. They destroyed the credibility of the United States all over the world. So, yes, this is embarrassing. It's still embarrassing, and somebody does need to be held accountable.
And those families, Phil, of the 13 troops killed are outraged. Reports coming in, they're really upset over this whitewashed report, Phil. I mean, blaming former President Trump when Biden set his own exit plan to do it in time for the 9/11 anniversary so he could get the applause?
Well, I remember asking President Biden about the decision to leave Bagram Air Force Base, why that wasn't used during the evacuation. And at the time, he told me that that was a decision that was brought to him by his military advisors. And if you look at this document, John Kirby told us yesterday that it was not a document that was meant to, focus on accountability, but instead it blames the previous administration. It blames the Afghan allies, and at best it says that there were perhaps some intelligence failures. I think that there's going to be a lot of outrage, even though the White House dropped this, I think, strategically right before a holiday weekend.
So Biden goes on vacation. They drop this right before the Easter weekend, Congressman. When Biden himself pulled out the air cover, pulled out the troops, he pulled the trigger on leaving before 9/11, and they have media and White House reporters accusing them of doing this news dump. Let's watch, after months of requests for this report. And this is a really risky gambit because we have the Pentagon and State Department doing their own classified briefings and reports to Congress. That could come out in days. They're trying to preempt that with this whitewashed report. Watch what happened at the presser that Phil was at.
For all this talk of chaos, I just didn't see it. Not from my perch. Nobody's saying that everything was perfect, but there was a lot that went right. And he inherited a deal struck between the previous administration and the Taliban. This idea, this argument is just ludicrous, that we left millions of dollars of stuff in Afghanistan. We didn't. You know who was responsible for that equipment? The Afghans. Because you know why? It was their equipment.
There were children being killed. There were people hanging off of Air Force jets that were leaving. And you're saying that you guys are proud of the way that this mission was conducted?
Doesn't mean
of that?
Proud of the fact that we got more than 124,000 people safely out of Afghanistan? You bet.
This 12-page document is a whitewash. There is, it is narrative. It is light on specifics. It's devoid of citations. And it is, in essence, their version of events.
Congressman John Kirby, why is he talking like this? He usually is sort of a straight shooter. And now he says a lot of Afghans are living better lives. Does he mean all those children, men and women now getting tortured by the Taliban? And he didn't see the chaos? People falling off airplanes to their deaths, 13 troops murdered, and 9,000 Americans stranded. And the Taliban released a video of billions of dollars of military equipment abandoned by the White House. What is going on with this White House gaslighting?
Well, it's pathetic, Liz. It reminds me of the Baghdad Bob situation where we had this guy in Iraq that was saying that the Americans weren't rolling into Iraq while you were watching images of the American tanks behind him. That's what's going on right now. I can't believe that John Kirby said something like this. This is horrible. I mean, yes, we left $85 billion in military equipment and weapons systems behind. We did that. That's a fact. We released thousands of ISIS fighters from the prison in Bagram, one of which was the suicide bomber that killed 13 Americans. This is unbelievable. They had 8 months to prepare this. 8 months the Biden administration had to get their ducks in a row and prepare for this, and they didn't do any of this because they weren't worried about this kind of stuff. This wasn't a priority for them. They were worried about their woke social agenda and their Green New Deal. That's still to this day all they care about, and this is the result. This
Well,
is the result.
the polls show this is the worst presidency since Truman. Biden is trending lower than every president since Truman. Phil, let's get your reaction. President Biden went on ABC right after Afghanistan collapsed in August of 2021, saying yes, he still would have withdrawn anyway, even without Trump's plan. So why is he now blaming Trump? Watch this.
So would you have withdrawn troops like this even if President Trump had not made that deal with the Taliban?
I would have tried to figure out how to withdraw those troops, yes. Because look, George, there is no good time to leave Afghanistan. We'll not conduct a hasty rush to the exit. We'll do it responsibly, deliberately, and safely.
Is a Taliban takeover of Afghanistan now inevitable?
No.
That the crowd size is smaller now than it was in those first few days, and so we're not experiencing to the degree we did, last Monday, the physical crush and chaos.
So there's John Kirby, Phil, admitting, yeah, it was chaotic. It was chaos. Yesterday, he claimed it was not chaotic. And there's Biden saying he would have pulled out anyway, even if Trump had not made the deal with the Taliban, which, by the way, it doesn't matter. There was no treaty that they pushed through the Senate that confirmed that Biden was forced to do what he did. He's the guy who pulled the trigger. He did it. So what is this going to do to his polls?
Well, as we have Republicans and Democrats pointing fingers at one another, one thing that we can say for certain is that there was indeed bipartisan support for leaving Afghanistan, but there is American furor over the way that it was done, at what the chaos that we actually did see. Because if you rewind to that summer on cable television, we saw the chaos at the airport there. We saw the heartbreaking images, and it's going to be difficult for anyone to explain those away.
Critics are roundly condemning this new report. And when the Pentagon and State Department reports come out, it's going to make the polls possibly even drop more for this very botched White House. Congressman Jackson, Phil Wegmann, thank you so much for joining us.